How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be checking out another one from Hobby Master in 1/72nd scale diecast. It is an A-18E Super Hornet. It is one in the cloud scheme. It is an aggressor one here from the US Navy's VFC-12, the Fighting Omars, which is a Naval Reserve Fighter Squadron that provides adversary training, obviously, to East Coast Navy Air Wings. They were originally formed in 1973 as VC-12, flying the A4 Skyhawk. They would eventually transition to the classic or legacy Hornets in 1994, but in 2021 they would trade in their old FA-18 A's and B's for the FA-E and F's Super Hornets, which we are about to check out in this beautiful box, if I can stop talking. Well, how about I do shut the hell up and we will get this box open, because that's why you're all here. All right, let's open the box. All right, here we have it out of the box. It does come with the usual stand stuck on here, and that's what was in that. It's got the metal shaft and a plastic base. I'm not sure if there was a top bit for it, but we haven't got it yet. Now we have it. What? Oh, well, this is brand new. So as you can see, well, it is brand new and sealed. How about we cut this open? I'm always prepared, aren't I? Now remember, whenever cutting a box open, you should use the most appropriate blade. That should do it. There we go. All right, and now we do have a big foam container full of all the good bits, all the landing gear options, as you can see. Spare canopy, a fuel tank. Oh, and actually a top for a little cradle part for your stand, of course. And this beautiful looking aircraft in here. Oh yeah, look how cool that looks. How about we get this out and move all the stuff out of the way so we can check this beautiful aircraft out. Doesn't want to... Why am I grabbing it by that? I am a muppet sometimes. Jeez, I could have broken that tail, and then I would have been crying, and then there would have been a video of me crying on the interwebs. I've just hit the camera stand. It's all going together. Alrighty, let's settle down and check out this beautiful looking Hornet. Man, this is really cool. We'll zoom in a fraction so you can actually see some of those panel lines if you can't see a Hobby Master panel line. Man, that camo looks great. There is some great detail on there. A big old Russian star on the back there. Man, that looks cool. It's got the old Bort number on the nose like Russian aircraft. I really dig aggressor squadron aircraft. They always look really nice. There's a lot of nice detail as per usual inside the cockpit here. It is kind of hard to see. Put this back on. Man, this does look really nice. That's actually, my one is a little bit loose, so thankfully the stands don't attach there. That is the first time I've actually had an issue like this sort of from a Hobby Master model. This is a relatively new release, I think. Hopefully their standards are not going down, because their standards have always been quite good. Let's flip her over and have a little look underneath. So there's not going to be too much to put on this, because all the options where you normally put your pylons are blanked out. So unless you dig those out, you cannot put any ordnance there if you feel like adding some extras. Awesome. All right. Well, what we'll do, yes, you know the deal. We'll kit this out for in-flight and we'll come right back. All right, here we have this beautiful Super Hornet set up for in-flight. Very straightforward. Your two gear bay door options, you just whack them in. That's job done. Put a tank in there, and that's all you got to worry about. Now, as you can see, there's no detail within the intakes either. For those of you that like to know if there's any engine detail in there, it's just a block off there. But this is your beautiful aggressor Super Hornet set up for in-flight, and boy, it does look fantastic. I did not put the pilot figure in there because, well, you just get your generic, usual Hobby Master pilot. These are, you know, seen 100 of these. They're all the same pretty much for every United States Air Force model that you do get from them. But I reckon this does look absolutely awesome set up. Yeah, pretty cool. And to stick it on the stand, yeah, there's your stand hole, and there's your stand. You just got to stick it in your stand hole, and that should be job done. And it is. And that is your beautiful Super Hornet, your very angry, aggressive Super Hornet set up for in-flight. And I reckon it looks absolutely killer. Definitely. I like that colour scheme. Beautiful. But what isn't beautiful is the fact that it's flying. I want to see this gear down. So what we'll do is we'll quickly chuck some landing gear on this. What do you reckon? All right, so we will quickly grab this and turn it over. Probably the easiest way, we'll just pull this off for the moment and get our little tool and see what we can flick off. There we go. Beautiful. Try and do this quickly. Now you do get the little block off plate here, like a little plug. You can put this one in like so. And then of course your landing gear module. It's great when they're set up like that. You don't have to worry about the tiny little struts like on certain manufacturers. And that is, well, that's job done in regards to the landing gear. You can take that canopy off, of course, and you get the open canopy, which you can gladly chuck on. And there's a little strut that you got to line up to the hole, which, of course, because I'm videoing, it's not going to do it straight away. But that's job done. Well, not really. You've got to put it all together. So put that tank back on, and that is your beautiful aircraft setup. Obviously, you can push these down a little bit further to get them to seat a little bit better, but I was just showing you just quickly how easy they are to set up, and they are. All the Hornets from Hobby Master are really easy to set up, and they look fantastic. The detail on the landing gear is absolutely brilliant. And as usual, the wheels don't roll or anything like that, but I don't really mind in that sort of kind of thing. I'm not a big aircraft roller or rounder. That's a word I just made up, but hey, I'll stick with it. Now, it does look fantastic. I reckon this does look absolutely sweet, but what we do want to know, as per usual, is the weight of this Super Hornet. Now, how super is it? It is 361 grams of super awesomeness. Now, that's not too bad a weight. These are a nice solid sort of model from Hobby Master, of course, and I reckon it is a pretty cool one. So hopefully you guys agree with me and enjoy what you're looking at, and if you do, don't forget some of those towards me. That would be awesome. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're watching my videos and have yet to click that button. All right, I'll take some photos of this and, of course, throw them on at the end of the video so you can see it without these all over it. I'll finish by saying thank you so much for, of course, spending your valuable time in dropping past and checking out another one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed this awesome aggressor Super Hornet here from Hobby Master. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.